From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Come on, set!
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Here we go.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. The Dolphins at 5-4 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Let's go. Hey, check Mega.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here we go.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. Bulldozes past him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the 50, it's Watson. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. This defense for the Dolphins, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And so room to maneuver. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up. Yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
Ready.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check smash. Ready.
Off the play action. Tagovailoa. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Ready.
A run for the first time with Myles Gaskin. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On play action, here's Tua rolling to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Come on, set.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. On the move to his left. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job is simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Smash! Smash! Ready.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Fight, 97. Cut.
Mostert. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Touchdown! Mike Gesicki, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Browns drive about to get started. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense ball pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
To throw is Watson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Watson on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. 20, 10, 5. And this is brought all the way scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Now he's loose down the left sideline. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On second down, right back to Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
On third down, here's Hunt. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a fourth down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On fourth down, Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And the Browns are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on fourth down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now first and goal.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start here with Gaskin. Takes it to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Watch out now. 50 Q. Ready?
Second down, this is Wilson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Flush to his right. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Running on 1st down with Gaskin. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Strike. Check striking. Ready?
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable for Grant. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders get to add to the lead directly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Watson. Another completion here to Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Agba able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Browns drive about to get started. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Grant. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Gets past one man. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory. Down at the 33. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jakeem Grant from 10 yards out. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Ready.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Striker, 3-3.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Wilson with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Fight 60.
Now Tua. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 66 yards on the ground for him so far. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. If you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for Miami, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park.